She comes across like diamonds, diamonds, easy in love when the lights are low. She comes into focus, focus, the closer she gets, the more I know. She takes more whiskey than my wine, I wine.
In the recent past, I have complained that I forgot the oatcakes. I got oatcakes this time. Perfect way to cleanse the palate from what whiskey you had before in order to better appreciate the whiskey you're going to have next. I have here an Old Pulteney. This is Old Pulteney 15. This is the new repackaged, rebranded, age statemented Old Pulteney with some dust on the top. I got this one 24th of April 2020, and it cost me just $1 less than the previous whiskey. And the previous whiskey was the Balblair 15, and this is the Old Pulteney 15, and this was only $1 less. So quickly, $12.90. That's liquor tax plus $6.45 goods and services tax plus 10 cents bottle deposit plus the purchase price of $128.99. $148.44 out the door, or $148.44 out the door. I'm getting better at this calculator thing, eh? Yeah. You do something enough times, you repeat, you get better at it. Instead of making mistakes all over the place like I did not too long ago. All right. Old Pulteney 15. Let us proceed with this. It's got one of these funky tops. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. I got the whole top off this time. It works. And here comes the familiar Old Pulteney bottle with a 15 on it, which is not familiar. I really, really enjoyed. Oh wait, there's a card in here. Let me guess. It's in French, just like with the Balblair. It's in French. And it probably says the same stuff what's on the back of the box here. My goodness. I bought these on the same day. They're both 15 years old, and they both have the same approach to cards and things. But first, before I start reading stuff off the back there, I'm going to pour me a dram and let it sit for a couple minutes. I know there are people say, oh yeah, it's 15 years old, 15 minutes in the glass. Whatever. What a pop. That was one of the more explosive, high-pitched pops I've heard in a long time. Here we go, one quick-size dram. Old Pulteney 15. I really, really loved the Old Pulteney 17. And the Old Pulteney 21, even though it was expensive, it was worth it. It was to die for. What's it say on the back here? And on the front and on all sides. The Maritime Malt. Okay. Old Pulteney single malt Scotch whiskey, aged 15 years, 15 years old. Matured in hand selected fine oak ex-bourbon casks, and Spanish oak casks. Gently absorbing distinctive sea air, intense and balanced, Old Pulteney, 15 years old, is at once powerful and serene, truly the maritime malt. 46% alcohol by volume. Pulteney Distillery Wick Caithness. And what did it say? Distilled and matured by the sea. Not really. But other people have expounded on that further. Old Pulteney single malt Scotch whiskey. As the man behind the town's 19th century fishing boom, Sir William Pulteney, put Wick on the map. But today the Pulteney name is better known for its unique single malt whiskey. Distilled and matured by the sea, the liquid in our casks is cocooned by salty air swept ashore on Arctic winds. During Wick's heyday as Europe's herring capital, the vessels, adorned with their generous sparkling hulls of silver darlings, also carried fishermen in their droves. Exhausted after weeks of high seas hardship, the courageous seafarers who landed silver by the barrel were rewarded with liquid gold by the cask. Since 1826, Pulteney Distillery has endured everything nature and man can throw at it, including 25 years of prohibition. Old Pulteney is inseparable from the spirit of the harbor town it calls home, which is why it will always be the maritime malt. Our 15 years old is matured next to the sea, first in fine American oak ex-bourbon casks and then Spanish oak casks. Warm amber on the eye and rich dried fruit, citrus, honey sweetness, creamy vanilla on the nose, layers of floral chocolate, and spicy blah, 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 blah. We source the purest water from Loch Hempriggs, thanks to Thomas Telford, Scotland's greatest engineer of the Victorian era. Sir William Pulteney invited Telford to Wick to develop the harbour, but he also designed the longest lade in Scotland, which 2 centuries later still connects Pulteney Distillery to the loch depths. Yeah, okay. I think it's time to give this a nose. I started reading nosing and tasting notes on there, but let's see if we got some kind of leggings. Yeah. They come down fairly fast. But the secondaries hang on. See those secondaries, they're hanging on, they're slowly forming drops and slowly coming down. Right away, there's a little bit of that saltiness, that maritime saltiness, and some fruitiness. Lots of fruit. Fruit from the Spanish oak casks. Oh, that smells delicious. I'm going to have another little bit of this oat cake. Really cleanse off my palate. It smells delicious. Rich and fruity. A hint of that maritime saltiness. We get some lemon, citrus, a little bit of peach, what is that under there? More citrus, orange. What do they say? Warm amber on the eye with rich dried fruit. Okay, a lot of fruits. Citrus, honey, sweetness, and creamy vanilla on the nose. Do I get vanilla so much? I got a little bit. Citrus, yes. Okay, vanilla. I'm getting some. What was the other thing they talked about? Honey. I seem to have trouble with honey. Every time they say honey, I don't get the honey so much. But I suppose, yeah, it's sort of all mixed in there. Palate. Now I get honey. Ooh, that is good. A little bit of water. Wow, that is nice. Okay, try it again. A viscous mouthfeel. Fruitiness, caramel, thick caramel. Thick caramel, bit of vanilla. Fruitiness, fruity all around. But underlain by that thick caramel. Beautiful. And of course, there's always that hint of the saltiness, the maritime. What do they say? Layers of floral chocolate and fragrant spices lead to dark toffee with a hint of sea air on the finish reminiscent of coastal home. Okay, I got the dark toffee. I got not floral, really. I get a little bit of chocolate on the nose now, which I wasn't getting before. Amazing what a difference it makes after you taste it. After you taste it, on the nose is different completely after you taste it than it was before. It's nice. It tastes different every time. There is chocolate on here, yes. The spices. Toffee? Yeah, I suppose you could call that toffee. Although I call it more caramel. And yeah, there's a chocolate on the palate, definitely. And fruity. Delicious. Very, very good. I like this. I like this almost as much as I like the old 17. There's more chocolate and toffee here than you'd get on the 17. I say they did a good job in making this particular marriage of casks. I predict that I'm going to enjoy this a lot as the level of the bottle goes down. Yeah, it's heavenly. I like it. Slancheva. Oh, let's see what our little cheers box says this time. See, I got my little cheers box. Aw, the battery's dead. I think the battery's dead. We're going to have to put a new battery in there. Oh, it got stuck. It got stuck and burnt the battery. It needs a new battery. Well, maybe I'll get a new battery for it someday. Slancheva.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Yeah.